I'm joined now by Alistair, aka Chuck, and Captain Fuzzhead. I don't know your real name. Sorry, Fuzz. What's your first name?
It's Tom.
Okay,
Tom.
cool. You guys are part of the Project Reality development team, Project Reality being a modification for Battlefield 2. I just want to go over what your guys' roles are in relation to that mod team. I'll start with you, Chuck. What exactly are your responsibilities within that mod team?
Second to the artistic lead, I am the lead animator and one of the big texture artists that's actually on the team. I started work last year towards the end of 2007. Initially as a sprite artist.
Okay.
I remember starting out doing kid icons for them. Then the work slowly built up and got harder.
Don't laugh at the kid icons thing, because that was a major leap, and I remember calling for that for so many ever since 0.5. I'm just like, we need new kit icons, because I look at my squad and I have no idea what these people are carrying.
Granted, except I reckon it was the work of some of the coders that made it possible. I'll just guide it with the pixels.
Hey, they're cool pixels though. Very cool.
Did you also do the compass?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, because that should not also be understated either, because with the removal of the minimap, the compass is, you're relying on that for all your spotting and all your calling out targets and that kind of thing. So that is...
Yeah, I agree.
So good work on both of those. So what have you been working on lately in regards to animation?
Oh, a lot of stuff. At the moment, we are building up towards the 0.85 patch.
Yep.
And in that, we are planning to include 2 community factions, maybe more if we have the time and resources. But so far, it's just been preparing the handheld weapons for animation, as well as actually animating them. You can see in some of the recent developer journal entries that I made that most of the Israeli Defense Forces have been done, and as well as the Russians.
Yeah, I watched one of your more recent Wii game videos just before we started with sort of a montage of all the different weapons and the reloading animations and that kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And just the way the view kind of moves as you reload the weapon, and he checks the clip to see if there's ammo. That's all really cool stuff.
Yeah, kudos to Chuck for that.
Yeah, very much. Tom, what about you? What is your role within the mod team? What are your responsibilities?
I've been with the team for about 2 years, and I've moved from being just a tester to a lead tester, then to more of a management overview on the mod. I'm currently just streaming back on that and just working on some of the maps and overall game balance and overall I guess you would say direction of the mod, with the way it's going. So gameplay advisor.
So you're more of in a higher up position,
yeah,
I guess you are, than
like
say the lowly artist.
Yeah, lowly artist.
Yeah, I would say just
Texture monkey.
I like to play a lot. My number one thing for PR was that I am a big player of it, So I wouldn't say anyone's higher or up or lower down than the rest.
No,
I mean,
obviously,
Chuck himself Chuck has been a huge asset to the PR team. Like before Chuck came around, nobody knew anything about animations. We had a couple animators that did one thing and then got fed up with it and quit.
Yep.
Because frankly, it is just very tedious work,
It's
Nobody
also
wanted to do it.
quite thankless as well. At
yeah,
times.
it really is.
Yeah, you kind of have to just take it that you're not going to be acknowledged by the rest of... Obviously, the rest of the team is going to love you for it, but the rest of the community, the actual players, they will find something to nitpick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very... well, Chuck's found that out.
Yeah.
Whenever he posts his videos, there's always somebody,
There's somebody.
giving a little... that guy's not supposed to hold the magazine that way. He's... no.
Oh, there's a hook.
And some of them are like, why does he tap the mag on the helmet?
I hate that.
And we're just like, it looks cool.
Yeah.
That went on for...
That was our main
That
thing.
went on for a few weeks. Oh, it's stupid that the guy taps his mag on his head. And there was there's a whole thread going for about probably maybe 5 or 6 pages talking about how ridiculous it was. Asking servicemen saying, "Oh, do you tap your mag on your head?" Someone said yes. Someone said no. Some of them were a little more persuasive than others, but in the end, I just ended up dropping it.
You definitely have, and I've noticed this about your community, is that it is very, very zealous.
Yeah, I
often
agree.
in both a good way and a bad way in regards to the mod and the directions it's taking. Obviously, that can have a very positive influence because it translates into passion, I guess, for people who are working on the mod and the people who are playing it, and the mod is sustained by the player base. It would not exist if people were not playing it. And on the downside is you get people who just absolutely tear it to shreds because I guess they think they know better, and anyway, we'll get into that later. So Tom, just to clarify, you're more of a managerial position, more of a all-around kind of multitasker, and you kind of use your knowledge of the game to influence the direction that it's taking. Is that right?
Yep, that's
okay.
Sounds like
cool.
good.
So I want to talk about how did you guys actually first get involved with the mod team? Tom, I'll start with you. How did you first get started?
Yeah, like I said, it was about 2.5 years ago. I started as a tester, as a beta tester. I'm not sure how I got that position actually. I think I just applied for it or PM someone or something. Before that, I had made a bunch of posts actually in the forums about suggestions, questions and everything else.
Yep.
And I was always
Oh, you're one of those guys.
Yeah, I was always questioning them. Really like, oh, why'd you do this? Why'd you do this? And making my own suggestions. And then eventually they're like, well, you should just sign up as a tester to see the new stuff we were working on. So
Yep.
I got in to be a tester there, and then slowly just tested the shit out of everything basically. And as I went along, one of the lead testers left, and then I got bumped into that position, and I was there for a while, and then eventually just moved into a management position after some of the management had left. So it was just kind of like an overall evolution process. And then I also worked on a couple of maps, like basically auditing maps, like doing all the gameplay stuff, like flags and vehicles placement and all that kind of thing, like to balance out the game.
Okay. So, I mean, it's a very kind of organic way a mod team works, is that there's no real kind of set roles, and you can move from place to place, whatever is required of you at a certain time. It's just kind of, you go, oh, I know how to do this, I'll fill that in.
Exactly, yep.
Think about it this way. Our sound guy is doing 49% of the coding thus far.
Yeah. It really is. It's like wherever there's a hole or wherever there's a task that needs to be done,
Yep.
Somebody's got to learn that task and get to it. Like Chuck before this had never. You'd never animated before, right, Chuck? Did you?
Nope, not before June.
I know you're just like, we're like, we need an animator, and then Chuck's just like, all right, I guess I'll start doing it.
So did you just teach yourself to animate in order to become a part of the mod team and actually start working on this?
Before I became an animator, I was a
texture artist. Yeah, very good one too. Very good.
Yeah. I just took it upon myself to actually learn animation because I do actually want to work in the industry later on once I graduate.
Yep.
So I asked the team's old animator, a guy called Spearhead, for these set of BF2 animation tutorial videos that were posted probably about 2 years ago. For some reason, the original creator decided to take them down.
Okay.
And they were lost to like the whole community for quite a while.
Wants to keep his secrets to himself.
I have to say, those videos are the holy grail of BF2 animation. There was a serious void within the game's art department that needed to be filled, and I just thought I had all this time. I was like on uni break. It was like the winter break,
Yeah.
and then I just told myself I must learn a new skill.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's no. You said you wanted to get into the industry later on, and there's no better thing to do than get involved with the mod team and actually get some practical experience and actually get something to show on, say, your portfolio and that kind of thing.